What's up, gang?
Yo.
Oh, shit. Omni went for the first, but he didn't get it because we didn't turn it on yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Dang it, Bobby. Yeah, correct.
Sorry, I'm a little behind today.
Yeah, you're good, dude. Don't worry about it. We're not professional streamers. I'll continue to reiterate that. Not yet, Omni. Don't worry. You're close. Yeah, spammed his bish, dude. Sushi said, company culture at the Austin place seems like perfection. So I've made the decision that I'm willing to move forward if they want me. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm glad to hear that. Honestly, I really think you would like Austin. It is a good place. It's not like LA or Seattle. It's still Texas, but a lot more chill. I mean, Adder will go on and on about it. As a Californian who moved to Austin, he's like, I fucking love this place. Adder, would you ever go back? Or are you like Texas pilled now? Honestly, Boulder's not even Boulder anymore, Greg. I don't know if you do that. Boulder's really weird now, man.
Yeah.
There's like a tech influence that has so Boulder's still tiny. It can't get bigger because of like city ordinances. But a lot of the space that was older and like had charm and historic is like replaced with like a Google campus. It's fucking weird. Oh no, it is. It is. I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boulder is absolutely still like the most liberal place in all of Colorado, without a doubt. And yes, Gratz on first, bro. And I would say, yeah, I would say Boulder and Berkeley are pretty similar, or like, yeah, no, I think that's fair, but it's not like I wouldn't. No, see, this is the tough part for me, because then I think about like San Francisco and Seattle existing, and those are way more extreme than like Boulder or Berkeley. But Berkeley is also like crazy extreme, so I don't know. All right, Adder says, I fucking love this place. I'd never move back to SoCal at current cost of living. I considered moving to Seattle, but traffic and cost of living is also not ideal. Yeah, dude, it fucking blows up there for specifically to traffic and like owning a place. I think our home base will be Austin for the foreseeable future, than just own other properties to spend time near family. Yeah, dude, based. That's the way it goes. I'm sure I can make it work. Sushi, I think you would be like, dude, this place fucks. Like, this place is good. We have a friend who, how old was Carter when he moved out there? Was he 20? He was 20.
He's 20. Yeah.
So he's from California. He grew up or like went to middle school, high school in Colorado in like a suburb nearer to Boulder. So very liberal dude,
I think he went to the same high school I did, right?
I have no idea, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure he did, yeah.
But either way, he was like nervous because he got a job that was in Texas, and he's like, fuck, I think I have to move to Texas. And I was like, dude, Texas is great. Like, you'll be fine. Like, he's gay too. So I think he was like really worried. He's like, fuck, how am I going to exist? He fucking loves it. Like, he's like looking at buying a place because he's been renting a fancy apartment downtown. He's like very seriously into Austin.
It is also the first place that he lived that wasn't at his parents' house, which I think probably influences it a little bit.
Yeah,
but
no, that's true.
I think he does jive with Austin well, for sure.
I was just saying, like, the stigmas that Texas can carry aren't really true. They're not fair. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. Yes, Dallas and Houston do suck. I'm with you on that, Adder. Yeah, Sushi, I would not, if you were like, yeah, I got to move to Dallas, I'd be like, you're going to not like that, dude. Dallas and Houston are still Texas, but they have very different cultures. They're like Texan subcultures. And then Austin is also a Texas subculture. But there's like the whole, keep Austin weird thing that has been around forever. That was there in the 90s when I was there. I generally hate Houston as a whole. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that, Adder. I do not see any appeal to Houston. For what it's worth, the only reason my dad lives down there in that area is because he's a pilot and a flight instructor. So, he works at a like George Bush. So, for those of you who don't know, that is the name of the airport in Houston. It's George Bush International. I did not like San Antonio, but I know each place can be different. I always hear that Austin is great. San Antonio is a different culture as well. It's closer to Dallas than it is to Houston in terms of like the culture, but Also sucks. I would not recommend that. I wouldn't be like, yeah, dude, go move to San Antonio. No, fuck that. There's nothing there. There's nothing to do. It's very boring and it's huge. George's Bush int? Yeah, dude. Dallas is just brown and gray depression, good old boy corporate land. Yes. Yep. Absolutely. If you guys know Oklahoma, Dallas is very similar to like Tulsa, if that makes sense. Have you been to Dallas, Tony?
Probably.
It'd
not
probably
not
remind
in
you of
like
Oklahoma.
a period of time that I can really remember. I know there's a Texas story that my parents always tell, and it's either Dallas or Houston, where they're having one of their cricket situations going on, where like it's like covering the roads and you can't
Mhm.
drive and stuff. And their story is that they went to McDonald's and they were standing in line to order, and there was this really big guy in front of them, and he had about 10 crickets just kind of like chilling on his shoulders
Oh
and
my
the top
god,
of
that's
his
so
head and
gross.
stuff.
Oh my god, that's so
And
gross.
they're like, that's just like how it was for like 5 days while we were like in Texas this one time. I was just like, wow, that sounds awful.
I mean, you get that anywhere in the North American plains. Some years are a little more wet, and you get this boom of insects. That'll
We get
happen
the
in
moths
Nebraska
here,
and
as you
shit.
know, but yeah.
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 Oh, it is in the Dallas area? I didn't know that, dude. I would have opted to work out of the Austin Bethesda office and then move north. Yeah, then move north. Yeah, totally. I did live in Dallas briefly. I want to say it was like 6 months or something. It was like on our way to Colorado. I did not like it whatsoever. And we're talking like 90s Dallas. So it was way worse. From what I understand, Dallas is like somewhat metropolitan now, or sorry, cosmopolitan. There's like a lot more culture and diversity and like interesting shit to do. Like back in the 90s, there's fucking nothing, dude. Not much has changed in Dallas since the 90s. All right. So I would probably go back to Dallas and be like, yeah, this is exactly it is a little less racist. Yeah, I believe that. I think Texas on the whole is actually like probably a lot less racist than it used to be. When I visited my buddy in San Antonio, they were driving me to their place from the airport and it was dark out. We went through some back road and there was this heavyset guy on the road in nothing but overalls with a big old hat. And he was trying to pick up a rattlesnake with a picker thingy, like one of those little claws for like people that have disability. Dude, that's amazing. Yeah, that is very normal. Actually, you're gonna see some shit like that in Texas, dude. I'm just warning you now. But it's not. There's no. It's not like a dangerous thing. You're just like, yo, what the fuck is that dude doing? And you just like move on with your day. And he's like, oh, I got the snake, and you're like, hell yeah, dude, good job. It is it's a very live and let live type of a place. I think that's the core value of every Texan is like, just be kind and leave people the fuck alone. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about religion. Don't talk about the things that are controversial, but the manners are real. Everyone's very chill. I think what I like about Texas is the mutual respect. 90% chance everybody's strapped. You think twice before being a dick to someone else. I mean, it's not because people are armed. It's just like a cultural value. Like it really is. Like you don't be fucking rude and you don't question someone's identity that is a stranger. Like that is very taboo in Texas. You just kind of like, smile, nod, hey, how you doing, have a good afternoon. Like that's very normal. Mutual respect because everyone's strapped. But yeah, it's just culture. I kid. Yeah, exactly. Would you pop off to someone open carrying? So that I think that's the thing that would shock you, Omni, is that there's not a lot of open carry in Texas. Like there really isn't. That's more of like an Arizona thing, as weird as that is.
I see a lot in Indiana. Like you go to
Yeah.
King Supers and there's a dude in like basketball shorts, but he's got a Glock in a holster somehow. I don't even know what it's attached to be honest. Like it always impresses me because like I'm like, what is that on? Is it just on like the waistband of your shorts? Like it's crazy.
Shit.
Like, but yeah,
That-
Indiana always.
That actually made me think you were wearing a Glock shirt because I looked at your shirt and I was like, oh shit, is he wearing a Glock shirt? You should get one, dude. That'd be sick.
Glock shirt, yeah.
Yeah, you should get a Glock shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude. I don't even have a Glock, but I would wear a Glock shirt.
Okay.
It sounds fun.
And people would be like, oh, do you have a handgun? And you'd be like, no, I'm just really into horses.
Dude, that's such a good, like, yeah, that would be amazing. The quantity of concealed carry would absolutely floor a European. Yes, that's the real thing. So Omni, people aren't open carrying because they're not stupid about gun ownership in Texas. They are concealed carrying. So yes, almost everyone is armed, but you don't know it. Like you just don't know.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
You know people. Yeah. Okay, I got what you're saying. You were agreeing. I can't even with the EU folk. Like it's fun to shoot stuff. Well, that's the thing, man. You've got decades of people going like these cool things that are fun are responsible for like all the violence in the world, and like that messaging just like sinks in, and like shit gets banned and all that, and it's not true. It's human beings are responsible for the violence that exists. If you buy a used truck in Texas, there's a 90% chance it comes with a gun safe in the center console. Hell yeah, dude. That's very cool. Fuck, dude. Now I want to go get a Texas truck. Just, save the price on the oh shit, I see Nine Inch Nails mentioned. I got to read this. During my interview, one of the people interviewing me was talking about having seen Nin recently and how they were excited to hear that Tool may be going to the Sphere. And I was like, these are my people. Dude, what? Yo, Tool at the Sphere would be insane. Tony, I would go to that if you want to go see that shit.
I'd probably go to that. That might be more expensive than Metallica, though.
Oh, so. Of course. Yeah.
Like,
but have you ever seen Tool live?
I have not. No, I would
fucking
like
phenomenal.
I would definitely like to.
You know how we were talking about
Nine Inch Nails there, so.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah. Okay, so both Tool and Nine Inch Nails are the best live artists I've ever seen. It sounds like you're in the like recording booth where they're like cutting an album, but you're like watching them and they're actually fucking playing this shit. It's so weird. The Coachella set, sick, dude. Yeah, in case you didn't know, guys, Nine Inch Nails is probably my favorite band. And I'm not like a manosphere bro. I'm 42, and Nine Inch Nails and Tool are like high school music for me. So, yeah. There we go, Omni. Okay, I'm glad you're around because I wanted to ask you about Coachella because I was seeing a bunch of like crazy shit on social media about Coachella. And I agree. F Coachella. It seems like a scam, dude. Get the fuck out of my town.
It's become like the place where like a lot of cool shit happens, like this Nine Inch Nails thing, or like I don't know, like there's more money in it than most other festivals, and a lot of artists probably get paid to do really cool special stuff there, which is unfortunate, but yeah, I don't know.
Holy shit, it was a block away from you? Dude, fuck that.
Is it really? I had no idea.
I would have lost my shit. I would have been like just standing like on my porch, like grimacing for the whole duration of Coachella, just being mad at strangers.
Bro, if you're that close, you should just go. Like, have a good time.
Yeah, but it's going to cost like $5,000 just to go.
We're talking about a person who isn't bothered by that, I guess.
I still wouldn't be dropping that much on like concert tickets,
Yeah.
The Polo Grounds are under a mile away. Oh, yeah. I mean, he just fucking confirmed exactly what you said. The Polo Grounds, dude. This motherfucker got Polo Grounds.
I don't really want to move to California anymore, but I always said I need to take my wife out there just to see where Greg lives, and then I'd probably be able to convince her pretty quick.
What, that California sucks?
No, that like that is like a particularly amazing area to live. Probably, I'm sure it's extremely expensive, but just I don't know. Whenever I go to San Diego and stuff, I always kind of dream of just moving there.
Yes, Adder, he is. That's like your family is like in that area, yeah. Big fan of living in that area. Yeah, dude. Omni's balling, man. He's living a great life. And I imagine that like Omni's house is dope as fuck, and he's got like a nice neighborhood, and like it's just chill. But you have to live in California. Ugh. I would much rather live in that kind of area than live in like LA or San Francisco, like for real. I don't even really fuck with NorCal. Like that's not, I understand why people like it. I get it. It's just not for me. It's like Pacific Northwest light, I guess. LA really fucking sucks, dude. Food's really good. Like, honestly, there's a lot of culture in LA. Very interesting shit to do in LA. I would never fucking want to live there. No, thank you. Okay, Omni said the last thing I want is to be around half-naked drunk wankers. There's jokes in there somewhere. Yeah, you're right, Tony. Just got to get on their level.
Yep.
The heat here in the summer is complete ass, but you get used to it because of all the snowbirds leaves. The traffic is low. Restaurants are easy to get into, etc. Yeah, nice. Bay Statter. Yeah, I hate LA, and I didn't grow up there. I lived in Southern California, Orange County, Laguna Beach area in the late 80s. So when I was a wee lad, and that was before I moved to Texas. And then I moved to Texas. My dad was actually stationed in California too. That's why I ended up kind of like living in that area. My dad was at NWIS, I think is what it's called. China Lake Naval Warfare, NAWS, that's it. China Lake Naval Warfare Test Range. He was stationed there for a few years. Which is actually, I think, near Palm Springs. I think it's like in the desert near Palm Springs. I mean, I say near, but it's like the largest single military base that the public is aware of, right? In the continental United States. If you guys have seen Top Gun Maverick, when he's doing all that flying around in the California desert at the beginning of the movie, that's at China Lake. Heat here in the summer. I already read that. Real ones know the upper NorCal or San Diego. Or San Diego fucking bangs, dude. Yeah, San Diego's really cool. My wife lived in San Diego. She went to college out there. And like I convinced her to move back to Colorado, but I went to go visit her a few times out in San Diego, and it was cool. It was definitely cool. Tom Cruise leaves his Mustang out here. Does Tom Cruise live there? What are you talking about? Like you just let Tom like park his Mustang at your house? Oh shit, is Omni a Scientologist? I'm with you on that, Tony. San Francisco is absolutely my least favorite city in many, many states, not just California. Oh, you're talking about the small, really fast turboprop. I know what you're talking about. I know what a Mustang is. Adder lived in Carlsbad in 2013 and 2015. It was only $1,400 a month for 2-bedroom apartment. Only $1,400 a month, bro. That is a wild statement.
That's pretty affordable these days.
Ugh, fuck that.
Yeah, dude.
No, fuck that. When I was living in an apartment or in apartments, I had, nice 2-bedroom with like an office and shit for like $1,100 a month. But I mean, that's Colorado. Not in a bad area, nice area. That was an expensive apartment. Yeah, San Francisco really fucking sucks. Like I do not understand why people like San Francisco. I can't get it.
It's being where it's all happening and
yeah.
all
Yeah,
that,
if you're
like,
young and you're like, look at all the things, maybe that's it. I don't
like
know.
if you want to run a tech company and like there's a chance you might like end up at the bar with fucking Sam Altman or
true.
something, like that's a reason to live in a city that some people try to take advantage of. Like I don't care for it, but I get it.
See, in my mind though, that's the same as like people chasing Hollywood aspirations and moving to LA and like
It's
being
exactly the same thing. Yeah,
being a fucking busboy for 15 years, barely
so they might
scraping
like
two nickels
serve
together.
Jack Nicholson or something one
Yeah.
time. Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, hey, can I pitch you this script? And they're like, no, dude, fuck off. I'm just trying to eat.
And it's like them and like every other person who works at the restaurant and like every other restaurant. Yeah.
You got used to it and enjoyed it? What do you mean you got used to it? You got used to how horrible everything is? San Francisco is pretty. I will agree with that, Sushi. The Bay is very cool.
It seems like it was probably a really cool place at times in history before like tech really took over and like their social inequality problems got really bad and all of the other things. Because yeah, it's just like whenever I've gone, it's like walking over people shooting heroin on the sidewalk and like getting the worst food poisoning of my entire life. And I just have like a series of fairly negative associations that aren't all San Francisco's fault, but some of them are. So
So I went the first time I ever went to San Francisco, I think was 1989, and it was literally the day after the huge fucking earthquake hit that collapsed the bridge. So that was my experience with San Francisco. It was very weird. But yeah. So well, I mean, I went later. I went to GDC and shit, and that's modern San Francisco. But the older like Full House San Francisco was actually kind of chill. Like the 80s and 90s, like late 80s, early 90s. I mean, California was so different, like, 25 years ago. Very different. Significantly fewer people. It was a nice place to be. It was green. It's not fucking green anymore. I think that's the saddest part. The California that lives in my mind is not the California you see if you go today. You see, Omni, like, I don't agree with that. I think San Francisco still sucks. It doesn't matter where you are. I mean, like, Adder's kind of right. You have to like go across the bridge or across the bay to like the rich area, and then it's more chill, but like nothing is affordable there. A lunch is like $25. Omni, I have been so many fucking times and it still sucks. Trust me. If you stay away from hate, you can have a really positive experience. It's unique in a way. What we don't understand, Omni, is that I don't like being around that many people. No matter where you go in San Francisco, you're going to run into people. There will never be a moment where you can like walk somewhere without seeing a human being for like 10 minutes. It was like that in fucking Seattle. And we weren't even in Seattle. We were in Bellevue, like on the east side of the fucking lake, over like in kind of a residential area. Like we were surrounded by neighborhoods, like there were still so many people. We would go walk on like a parks path that went into like a forest and like a preserve area. We would go walk out of our neighborhood into that. Within 2 minutes, you run into a person every time. There's just always people there. It doesn't matter. San Francisco sucks for me. I definitely think fondly of my time there, though. Yeah, I don't want to see or interact with strangers most of the time, which is kind of weird considering that like this is what we're doing. And I'm technically interacting with strangers. Guys, we're family here in the Fractal Grove community. I mean, if you like people watching, there are some fucking characters in San Francisco. That's for sure. Like you'll see some crazy shit that people are doing. I do think the tragedy of San Francisco is that there is a lot of really cool, like, gold rush and, expansion through the West, cowboy culture and shit in San Francisco. And that's like, that used to be the identity of the city, and it's just not anymore. I think to Tony's point, it's like all tech broed the fuck out.
Yeah.
Okay, so yapping about places to be in the U.S. First day we moved there, we went to walk downtown and immediately started seeing people in leather, assless chaps. All chaps are assless. Leashes. So they were wearing chaps with no pants, is what you're saying. Leashes, walking each other. We followed them. It was a Folsom Street Fair. Why did you follow them? I'd be like, I'm going to go in the opposite direction that these people are going in. Not because there's anything wrong with their lifestyle. I just don't want to be around them. It doesn't fit with my lifestyle. I didn't yell that all chaps are assless. I just said all chaps are assless, dude. Okay, guys, let's talk about some video game. I don't want to talk about that. That's more Metro coverage that is like international politics adjacent, which I think is stupid. I mean, I guess I could briefly mention some politics. The crazy shit I saw on Twitter yesterday is that Marty O'Donnell, the Halo music composer guy from Bungie, is running for Congress in Nevada and was endorsed by the current president. And that is a very fucking weird feeling to me. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but it is fucking weird. Okay, so Some WrestleMania shit is in here. I don't care about that. Wrestling is cool, y'all. I didn't think it was. Watching it on TV is a little weird, but going to a wrestling event is very fun. Get some beers, yell shit. It's all encouraged. Skate is adding a limited time Nike SB pop-up event until May. All right, if anyone's playing Skate, there's going to be a Nike event in May. I'm not. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so we were talking about the Rockstar hack yesterday. Apparently, the leak that they gave increased Take-Two's stock because it showed how much money GTA Online is making. And so that increased the cost or the price of Take-Two's stock, which is pretty fucking crazy. The hacker group Shiny Hunters, what a bunch of fucking nerds. Pokemon reference in your name, and you're like hacking game studios. What the fuck is wrong with you? It would have no material impact based. The hack, they were saying, they were like, whatever, we don't care. Release the information. It's not going to hurt us. GTA Online, players can buy shark cards, which give players in-game currency. Shark cards, is this what Brightside was talking about the other day? Shark cards that I didn't fucking know. I was like, what the fuck?
Shark cards it's like the premium currency in GTA, from my understanding. Like, but they're referred to as shark cards because, like, I think they only come in like preloaded amounts or something.
Yeah. It looks like the lowest end is the Tiger Shark, which gives you 250K in-game dollars for $5. And the Megalodon Shark card gives you 10 million of in-game cash for $100.
Yep.
Rockstar is making more than $1 million a day from GTA Online, and around 500 million annually. Holy shit, dude! What do you do with that?
This is what I'm talking about. Like, that's why the stock went up, because everybody had to just go like, man, we knew that they were very successful with GTA Online, but we had no fucking idea what the magnitude of it was. And yeah, so.
What's up, Illy Gibson? Do you play GTA Online, or have you? Yeah, you probably got into that with Grouch, right? I feel like you told me some stories about you playing GTA with Grouch. I feel like you guys tried to talk me into it. It has amazing racing. Yeah. Actually, I would like that. That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, I always, the majority of what I would do when I play GTA Online is play the racing, because it's fairly arcadey, but they lean into it, and you have these like crazy giant tubes in the sky and shit, and I always thought it was pretty fun. But
a little bit like Rush or whatever. Did you ever play that, or is it, you might have been too young?
I played Rush 2049 or something on N64, probably.
Yeah, I think that's the one. It had like a track builder and shit. It was actually really good. That was a cool ass game. Yeah. The Surge added around 1 billion to the mega publisher's market cap. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. So Tuesday morning at market opening, they were around $202 a share. Then it rose to almost 208. Yeah, I mean,
not financial advice, but like, I legit think I'm going to buy some Take-Two stock, because there's no way it doesn't go up when GTA 6 comes out.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems like a no-brainer.
They released a giant underground street racing update with its overworld progression system. It's so good.
Is it like Need for Speed Underground? That sounds cool.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't want to play GTA.
I don't want
to. I want to play
it again for like the 100th time, but
I want to play it, but I know that as soon as I start playing it, I will be bored very quickly and be like, this is a waste of my time.
Yep.
I do want to play more Mugenics. I gotta beat that game. And then I have to beat Metaphor. I didn't beat that. That was really fun. I want to escape from Tarkov.
Are you gonna play Northern Lions roguelike card-like?
No. And I hate that it's a roguelike card-like. What the fuck does that mean?
What's it called? A Demon Bluff.
I don't know. Garbage the game with gambling. I'm guessing that there's going to be gambling and social aspects to it.
I think the premise in the description says the cards lie. I don't understand what that means, and that kind of seems like a not fun mechanic. But I don't know. I know we're just being haters, but like,
well, have you seen the?
let me see, Demon Bluff. I'm gonna put it up on the screen if I can here.
Have you seen the poker game? I think it's poker where you like play with your homies and it's social and everyone's like an animal and you like have to play like Russian roulette,
like shoot each other or something.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be kind of like that. Oh, I've seen him playing this.
Yeah, so he didn't develop it. I was reading that he is a big financial contributor and quote unquote publisher. I think AKA they're just using his celebrity to market the game a little bit. So yeah.
All right, Illuminous said that it's just like Need for Speed Underground. That's cool.
Fuck, dude, that sounds cool. I don't know. I got burned and installed PUBG after stream yesterday, and then uninstalled it like 10 minutes later because it was so not fun.
Because it was still PUBG.
It was a bad time.
Holy shit! I just read Adder's last message. We also had a cheap 3-bedroom apartment at $4,200 a month, shared with a roommate. That's crazy, dude.
Dude, this girl I was in fucking code boot camp with, she like came out to Denver because that's when the session was convenient for her, but she lived there. And I remember her showing me pictures of the like townhouse that I think she lived in, but like it was so cramped that you couldn't open the door into the bathroom because it would hit the toilet. So the solution that the landlord came up with was just like cut a big hole in the door so that it could swing past the toilet. And I'm like, so there's just like a big hole in your bathroom door next to your toilet? She's like, yep.
Oh my God.
She's like, that's not even that uncommon here, to be honest with you.
Oh,
like,
my God.
And then she'd explain that, like, you know, homeless people would poop on her front porch, like, just about every day and stuff like that. And I was like, why do you live there? Or, like, I don't know. I know we're still on the San Francisco topic.
No, like, you're good, dude.
We keep talking about it, but, like, I always thought that was crazy.
Ugh, that is crazy. No, like, you can literally just live somewhere else.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I was thinking about, I was watching Shroud and thinking about Shroud and his career yesterday because like Shroud doesn't have a driver's license. He doesn't have a car. He's in like his mid-20s or something like that, or late 20s. And his house was like a $9.5 million house. And I'm like, bro, why did you spend half of your fucking net worth on a house? Like just go move to like Wyoming and get a way bigger and better house and save some of your money. I don't get that. Crazy life choices. I mean, maybe he doesn't care and he's just like, yeah, whatever. I got a $9 million mansion. I'm fine. What's up, Brightside? Brightside, can you expound on or elucidate the purpose and your fondness for shark cards in GTA Online? I was curious about that. We were reading about or talking about GTA and like the hackers leaking information about Rockstar. And apparently when they leaked everything, Take-Two's stock price like shot up and they made like, what was it, $1 billion higher valuation in a single day. Market cap went up by $1 billion. That's fucking crazy. And I don't know if you knew this, but they were making around $1 million a day from GTA Online and $500 million annually. Check out PUBG Blind Spot. Oh, Sebring in GTA 6. That's cool, man. Yeah, it's Florida? Wait, where is Sebring? Yeah, it's in Florida. Okay. No, not Chrysler Sebring. Which the Sebring is named after the racetrack.
It's not even a nice car, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it easy, Adder. No worries. Illuminous, what's PUBG Blind Spot? Tell us about that.
Oh, it's that like top-down, third-person tactical, like kind of looks like Rainbow Six to me. I don't know. I'm not getting burned by PUBG twice in 2 days. Sorry.
It's top-down Rainbow Six Siege. Oh, there's Brightside. Okay, I don't know much about it.
I think that's how.
Oh, right. And you were playing like no pixel or some shit, right? You were playing like modded stuff. I really can't believe that so many people are still playing all that stuff. Yeah, dude. Vanilla GTA 11 years later. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I think it's crazy that people are spending money on microtransactions in GTA 5. Like, what? And to the tune of $1 million a day for Rockstar. That is so crazy. Like they have money that they could like, I don't know, they could do some shit. they could like launch rockets or something. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking crazy. Since then, the online mode has become a behemoth and has contributed significantly to GTA 5's absurd sales figures over the past decade since the game's release. GTA 6's current release date is November 19th. Following 2 high-profile delays. The game was originally planned to release in fall 2025, pushed back. We all knew that. I did see, oh man, let me see if I can find this article. Someone was saying that their game release, they were going to not release it because they were targeting around the time that GTA 6 was going to come out, and they were like, oh, we can't do that now. So they're going to like delay or release early. I'm guessing it was going to be a delay. And it was like a game that's not even in the same segment, which is crazy. And then, of course, we could talk about how, was it Super Crit? The Slay the Spire guys dropped Slay the Spire 2 in early access and like absolutely mogged Bungie with like 5x fucking concurrency in sales. That doesn't even make sense for me. How much is Fortnite making daily? Dude, that's a good question. I think we probably won't know. The reason why we know with GTA 6 is because GTA 5 is because Rockstar got hacked. And there was like a hacker group that was like trying to ransom them and be like, you got to pay us money, otherwise we're going to release this. And Rockstar was like, go for it, chumps. We don't care. And they released all the information, which made their stock go up. Yeah, not enough to keep people employed is correct, Tony. Yeah, unfortunately, Timmy's Timmy's head's not in the game anymore, man. Fable, yes, that was it, Illuminous. Thank you. That's exactly what it was. Fable might get delayed to avoid GTA 6. Okay, that actually does make sense to me. Now, like, I'll retract my statement because those are kind of similar games in like you're playing a character that evolves and changes and does shit, and it's kind of like a freeform open world type of deal. I mean, from what I've seen of Fable, I think Fable's got other things to consider for their success that isn't GTA 6's release. Maybe they can justify pushing it back to fix and change some things that would make the game more appealing. I have no idea what the fuck this Fable is right now that they're trying to do. It is definitely not old Fable. And that's like why people played it. You know, like they've like forgotten the reasons why people even played Fable in the first place. Fable should just launch into the dumpster. Yes, dude.
Peter Molyneux isn't even involved, is he?
Nope. Peter Molyneux's been out for a long time.
I mean, like,
I think he wasn't involved
about Peter Molyneux, but like, I would say, like, I don't know if you have the Fable vision if you don't have the guy who came up with it. So I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he worked on 3, and then they kicked him off the project and threw him out the door because he's a clown. He is a clown. I will freely admit that he's a clown, and he always says these crazy things. He's really
crazy
good.
Shit. Yep.
He's good at selling you on the idea. You're like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hop on your train, and then you're like, wait a minute, there's not even any tracks, and like now I'm stuck here. What the fuck is this?
I mean, if they could just make the things that he says they're making one time, it would be revolutionary. But exactly. Like, he talks a really big game.
Yep. And he's very good at like just selling it. Like he makes it sound incredible. Like I got with Goddess. I thought Goddess was going to be cool.
Do you think the Milo thing with the Kinect, like, and how that ended up being like effectively fake and bullshit? Like I always have wondered if you made Microsoft believe it was real and it was fake the whole time, or if Microsoft knew and we're just like, yeah, that'll probably sell some Kinects. We'll let you do it. And like, you know, they're probably sitting there like, we'll get it figured out by the time we have to. But like, you know, it's experimental right now or something. Like, I don't know. It's just
I think you're right. There's a reason why we don't see Molyneux around anymore, and I think it's because he's just burned so many bridges. He's like left so many people holding the bag off of these crazy promises he makes that are just not real. Dude, I don't even know what this Milo thing is.
It was basically like a Connect app that like there was like this kid on the screen and he could like see you and talk to you, and it seemed like really advanced like AI at the time. And I want to say like in the demo, this woman like draws a picture on a piece of paper and she like holds it up to the Connect and it like scans it, and then he's like holding a paper in the game that has the same picture on it. Like it looks like incredible if they could have figured out the technology, but like I guaranteed the entire thing was staged. So
Yeah, that sounds to me like it didn't actually scan the picture, and then they modeled the picture in the game, and then like scripted a sequence to be like, oh look, he has the picture.
Okay, I know we're not really doing anything right now, so let me just like put this on the screen because it's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Yeah, Project Natal is what they called the.
I remember that.
The Connect before it was called the Connect. Yeah. So let's see.
Illuminus and I used to talk about that shit back in the day. Project Natal.
Yep.
Natal, maybe? Like baby? You know? Like Latin for babies?
Yeah, probably.
I'm looking up.
Science fiction
Latin.
writers, filmmakers,
Pertaining to birth.
they
That's what it
haven't
is. Okay, so
imagined
it's
what
like
we're able
birth.
to do today. We've been experimenting
Connect was so
with
bad.
it.
Dude, I liked
I'd like
Connect.
you to
I thought it
meet
was interesting.
a boy called
I did a
Milo.
lot of that.
He's a character.
What was that fucking dance game? It wasn't
He can
Just Dance, it was
recognize
the other
us,
one.
He can recognize our faces. He can recognize our voices. He can recognize emotions in us.
I remember I did the Soldier
Boy.
Boy.
I can remember.
Introduce you to
I did the Soldier
Hi,
Boy
Milo,
one
how
all
you
the time.
doing? Hi, Claire.
I'm being filmed on a
Okay.
Connect right now.
Actually, I'm a bit nervous.
You.
Nervous?
Yeah, so like
I
she's
don't
like
know.
talking to this kid.
This
I don't
is
have
the
the sound
first
on, so I
time
can't
that
actually hear what they're saying,
thousands
but
of people are
I've
gonna
seen this
see
many,
this.
many times. And
Thousands of people.
yeah, that
Here we're
just.
seeing
I think they even
Claire
did this on
recognized.
stage at one point
And
with
the
Peter
emotion
Molyneux.
in Claire's voice being recognized.
Illuminus,
And
I would
that
love to see you
emotion
try the
reflecting
dance
in
games on
Milo's
Connect,
face.
honestly. That would be fucking
Those
amazing,
are
dude.
all being seen for the first time.
I would
So
have such a
listen,
good
I
time
was
watching you
thinking
try to
today
learn the
should let me beat
moves.
you at football again.
Soldier
That is
Boy,
if you finished
tell
your
him.
homework. You
Soldier
have
Boy
finished
up
your
in that.
school
Oh.
projects. Are you
What
okay?
happened there is that Claire
Chat,
knew
did any of you
Milo
guys
so
buy the Soldier Boy
well,
console?
She knew when he was worried about something.
I wonder if
His head
Anime
was
Figurines bought
down.
one.
He wasn't looking at the camera so
That
much.
sounds like
and this is
something he would
about
buy.
you
Absolutely.
meeting
Mhm.
a character, a person.
Well, why don't I help you with yours?
Let's
Then yours will
see.
be brilliant.
Oh, we got Homeboy talking about
Alright,
Milo.
I could just try
This
to
is
catch some
so
fish.
fucking weird.
Draw
Yep.
some pictures in my journal.
Holy shit, this
Maybe I'll
is
do
weird.
okay this time.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm to be honest with you, like I don't know if they could pull this off today, just in
know
terms
till
of
I
like
try,
the
do I?
dynamic back and forth
Exactly.
interaction
See?
and stuff.
I've got
Like
everything we
they
need.
could probably do a much better
Well,
job than they
great,
could
let's
then.
get
But
started then.
you know,
You've gotta
this
put
is
your
like
goggles on.
maybe
Goggles?
pre-Siri.
Put them
So
on like this.
Okay.
I don't know.
What? Like that?
Pretty bold of them
Claire
to say
has
that.
been thrown a pair
they
of
could do
goggles.
this.
Notice what she
This
did.
is very
wasn't
crazy.
active.
Also, I wonder
She
what is
felt
going
the
on with
need
that
to reach
360
down
that's sitting
for
next to the
those
TV. It
goggles.
has like a
Now,
big weird
every
block on top of it.
single
Oh, that's a
person
dev
that's
kit.
experienced this
Oh, okay.
reaches down because they feel so connected to
Dev Kit's got extra bits on
Milo's
them.
world.
They look real weird.
So what are we doing?
Yeah, see, he's got a
Do I
big
have to stand at
silver
the edge?
mabob on top of it.
So that is usually like a hard drive expansion, so you can put like
Yeah.
super large things into it. But yeah,
Bro, look how close her hand gets to the TV where the Kinect like wouldn't even be able to see it anymore. Like, I don't know. Kinda funny.
I wonder what this chick did at the studio. Do you think this was like her only job, or she did like other?
She might be a
Milo's
hired actor.
world.
Yeah.
She's in that.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every hand movement.
I
being
immediately thought it
recognized.
was going to be like
Being
a
able to
producer, because like
touch
producers get roped
fish,
into shit
being
like
able to
this, and they end up
swish the
having to do
water
it.
with her
And they're
hand.
like,
I mean, I could
Everyone
see
who's
them like wanting
experienced
to,
it,
you know,
their hairs are
bring in
standing
a
up on the back
professional
of
to
their
like really sell
Now,
it and
what's
you know rehearse
about
it and practice
that
it, and
is
somebody
the
who
real
doesn't look like a
Well,
game
you're good at
developer.
drawing.
that's the right decision.
They're
Yeah.
only fish, but they're tricky.
Because again, like when this
Well, here,
came
I'll-
out, everybody was like, "Holy shit, that's
Right.
incredible!"
We're
And
gonna
then it
do
just
a
never.
body,
Okay, so here she's
and a
drawing a
tail,
picture. Now that I'm watching, she's definitely
big
not
fin,
drawing anything on that piece of paper right
and a
now.
smiley face. There we go.
But like, yeah, and then she holds it up to the camera
Look at
just
what
like that,
just
just
happened.
waves it in front of it real quick,
Claire
and he grabs
drew
it.
a picture on a piece of paper. The piece of paper was held.
I mean,
up
she
to
rehearsed
Milo.
well. She got her timing right for
Yep.
him grabbing the piece of paper.
Recognized the piece of paper.
I mean, when I draw, I
Scanned the piece
usually
of
hold the
paper
piece of
in.
paper out in front of me
Milo
and then do
looked at
like
that piece of
this
paper, recognized
and
the
just
shape,
hope it works
recognized the
out.
color, and able to get on with his project.
Thanks for your help,
I would shred the
This is true
Rasputin
technology that science
dance.
fiction
What's
is
the,
not
are you doing the
even-
rah rah Rasputin
And
thing?
this works
Absolutely.
today.
Yep.
That's a classic. Have you heard there's a Wii Just Dance that's all Star Wars themed, and they like remixed a bunch of popular songs into Star Wars songs, and there's a video that always goes around from that goes pretty hard.
Okay. I don't know if I've seen that.
Fun fact about Just Dance, you know how they have like the neon people in the background that are like doing the dance moves?
Yeah.
They're just real people painted neon colors under black lights on a black background, because that was way easier than them modeling people
Yeah.
dancing. Like,
That's so
it looks
funny.
great, but if you look at it, it's literally just a video of people that are like all painted, and they have these crazy behind the scenes, pictures and videos of them getting all ready and stuff. I
That's
have no
amazing.
idea. It's really cool.
Oh, what's up, Hyperons? I played Dance Central. I had to look it up. That's
There
what I
you
played.
go. Okay, there you go. Did you ever have home DDR pad?
No, I was never a DDR player.
Oh, okay. That actually surprises me. I would have just assumed you were.
No, I don't like it. It feels very goofy. You're doing a lot of like rapidly stamping on the ground, and I
Yeah.
just don't. I'm not into that.
I had the like shitty like floppy PS2 pad when I was probably in middle school and did that for a while, but
Did you ever play DJ Hero? I feel like you would have liked.
oh
that,
yeah,
dude.
absolutely.
DJ Hero was a banger, apparently.
Yeah.
Like it was
I
just
think
a
Illuminous asked
really
me
good
about that
game.
the other day, actually. But
You did what?
I think Illuminous asked me about that the other day, actually.
Yeah,
And,
dude.
yeah, I think maybe it's still around like my mom's house or something, but I'll have to look. We definitely had it at one point for, I don't know, the Wii or something.
The biggest evangelist for DDR Hero DJ Hero that I knew was a producer at Bungie who's like now creative director at Avalanche and shit, and he works at Riot and stuff.
I would argue that
it's
DJ
funny.
Hero is not that good of a rhythm game.
He
and
said it was incredible.
I don't
as a
think so.
rhythm game.
I think I don't know. Like I'm sure somebody who could like break down a rhythm game from like a intellectual standpoint, maybe you could argue differently, but it just like it didn't feel that good to play. It didn't really feel like it had the depth. I would say the main draw point of DJ Hero was that the soundtrack was fucking amazing and had a lot of really unique like mashups and things on it that were created just for the game, and it was really fun to play just for that because all the songs were really good. But I don't know. It definitely didn't have the staying power to like even get a sequel or anything. So I don't
This
know.
dude would like argue with people about it being better than Guitar Hero and Rock Band.
Yeah, I don't think the argument could be made, but hard to say. It's just like it's like playing Guitar Hero with 3 buttons because like you still have to strum in Guitar Hero, and in DJ Hero you could like do the scratch thing, but generally you're just pressing 3 buttons and like scratching from time to time, and it just I don't know, never felt that good.
All right. Brightside, are you playing Skate? I feel like you have Skate. There's a Skate update or an event in May if you are still playing it that you might want to check out.
What was that
It's got,
game
like,
that
a-
we wanted to tell Brightside about?
Was this yesterday?
No, Ultimate Drummer, that one we were looking at before.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
DM'd you a link to that, dude.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna
Brightside,
put it
you
up
can
on
check
here.
that shit out.
The shit looks very weird.
No, not Skate Story, just Skate.
Skate Story looks cool. Is that out?
I don't know.
But yeah, this game looks so weird. I don't know. Like there's like a sequencer and like a drum machine built into it that has something to do with the gameplay.
Yes, Skate Story is out, Tony. Came out in late 2025. Damn, it's got a 10 of 10 on Steam.
It's supposed to be incredible. Yeah, I definitely something we need to play before we get back into Hyperskate. Probably.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes. But yeah, Brightside, check out Ultimate Drummer. I feel like that's a game that you could make and it would be fucking awesome. Like for real. Just because like you understand this shit, you know? You understand games, you understand music. I bet you can make a better version of this. Just check it out, maybe play a demo or something, then be like, oh yeah, I could fucking crush this. I'm not calling you retired, dude. No, you could totally you could absolutely make a better game, I think.
I honestly, something like this sometimes looks, I think, silly and disjointed, but like there's a lot of attention and passion and stuff that goes into making these really interesting, weird projects like this that I don't think a lot of people appreciate initially, but once you make a few games, I think you kind of understand a little better.
Yeah, that's the thing I was trying to say. I'm not saying Ultimate Drummer is like a cool game, but I think that you are the type of creator that is like positioned well to like beat this fucking game, you know?
If me and Boom made a game.
Oh shit, dude, I would play
Accurate.
that. I would fucking play that. Like, no joke. That sounds amazing. It has Ultimate Skyrim vibes. Yeah. The Tommy Wiseau horse, dude. I'm assuming you're talking about the donkey video for Ultimate Skyrim. All right, we got to remember Skate Story.
Yep.
Okay, so season 3 of Skate has a Nike themed area in the Isle of Grom. I don't know what the fuck that means, man.
The Isle of Grom.
Yeah, I guess so. Yes, it is a hilarious Donkey vid. I like Donkey. Omni says, those hero games can be dumb. It'd be cool if they actually taught you to really play. They do have that. That's Rocksmith, and you can learn how to play guitar in like a rhythm game way.
Rocksmith doesn't technically exist anymore, but it definitely does. Yeah.
Oh, like, can you not get it anymore?
Yeah, Rocksmith. I want to say Rocksmith 1 came out in 2014. Rocksmith 2 came out probably like 2016. Rocksmith 2 basically just like absorbed Rocksmith 1, and then sometime probably like 2020-ish, they made like Rocksmith Live or something, which then like deprecated Rocksmith 2, but then they were doing this new like live service thing where like you would get new songs every month and they would like constantly expand the catalog, but then they like shut the game down after a fairly short period of time.
I gotcha.
So I think these days you probably just get Rocksmith 2 still, and it has a pretty strong like UGC scene, and you can just play it that way. And you just need like some way to connect a guitar to your computer.
Okay, that's cool. Omni says all the game dev streamers ought to get together and make a game. I like the spirit of your suggestion. I think that would be really hard to do because I'm,
like a cooks in the kitchen thing.
Yeah. Like everyone is out here in this category, like on their own grind and like with their own ideas, trying to do their own thing. So like, think about how it would be really difficult to wrangle a team that way. Everyone would be like, this is what I want to do. Like, what was that fucking video you sent me of? It was like a game jam with a bunch of game studios, and they like worked on a game for like a day and then passed the project off to the next.
Oh yeah, studio. Blackthorn Prod. Yeah.
Yep. So the point that I want to make is that some of these teams are taking it very seriously, and then they pass it off to this French indie dev who just is a fucking pain in the ass. He's like, I see they're trying to make a shooter game here, so I'm going to make a rhythm game instead and make the main character a penguin. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So he just made a weird ass addition to it that didn't make any fucking sense, and it like derailed everyone, and everyone was trying to like work around it.
You also you just need like, this is like general business advice, but like on a project or something, like you need a decision maker too. And it's like I think all of the people in our sphere are kind of that in their own thing, and it would be a lot of, I don't know, a lot of big ideas really hard. In the room. Like, I mean, as you even see with Dread, it's like we have like niches in the team that need to be filled by specialized people, and like I think most of the people, including ourselves, aren't super specialized, which is why we need those specialized people in the first place. And I don't know, yeah, it's just like we're all kind of trying to do the same thing, I think. And
also consider this, I think most people streaming in this category aren't approaching it in the way that we are, where this is like a marketing supplemental thing to the business, and we are focused on making games first. I think some people are like making this their thing. Like if you consider like Pirate Software, that's the whole reason the category exists. I'm not trying to talk shit about them, just saying like that was his whole angle. And he became a streamer that was like an expert on game dev and all that. And I think there's a lot of people in the category that are trying to sort of follow that. And yeah, Marengo, like, yeah, all you guys are saying completely insane in reality. Good idea. It would only work if one person. So, okay. So here's the thing that I was trying to get to. What's the reason why someone would stop their grind to go work on this other thing? You'd have to make a compelling case for everyone involved to like share their communities, right? And there's going to be a disparity there. And you would have to be like, well, the guy in charge is the guy with the biggest community because he's carrying everyone else and sharing his community with them. Like there's the whole subtext of like the live stream grind aspect, right? I don't know how you would convince these people to, you know, unify for a project. It would be really, really difficult. The only way is if people are getting paid to do it because they're giving up the day job, right? To like be a part of this thing. It would be really challenging. Flat hierarchy rarely works well. A good central vision holder is critical. Exactly, Adder. Yeah. I can order everyone around, make it good, do it faster. Yeah, that's exactly how you do that, Illuminous. That's correct.
And I mean, I know you're joking, but like that's really important, to be honest. And it's like a job not a lot of people actually want to do, but it's like if you can find a good person who is just like good at being like, hey, we need to get this shit done, and like, hey, you're supposed to be doing that thing, and is it done? Are you on top of it? I gotta go tell this other person. Like, such a critical role. We don't really have that person. It's just kind of like us, but like, you know, I think that's like one of the unsung heroes, especially of like a software type system. There's just like so much to keep track of that is really critical.
You need a producer. Adder says AAA game dev with large teams is 70% politics, 30% development. Absolutely. Yes. The AAA industry is just a grouping of specialized indies, right, at Omni? He doesn't know. I've collaborated with a few streamers for projects. It's hard to get everyone to have the same vision. Marengo, also the other problem is that commitment to finishing the project. That's really hard to get. People get very excited for like the first month of the thing, and then they just fall away and they just won't touch it again. It's actually my job to order people around, says Omni. Well, maybe not really. I wonder how many indies couldn't do AAA and how many AAA couldn't do indie. There are a lot of former AAAs that try to become indie and they can't do it well because they only know how to do AAA. There's
they may know how to do one part.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, exactly.
You know, on top of everything to do in game development and that you have to learn, you got to run a business, you got to do accounting, you got to maybe deal with like some HR bullshit, you got to pay your taxes, you got to what have you, like, and then you have to do all of the super complicated programming, learn how to do 3D animation, learn how to use Blender, blah, 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 open a bank account. It's so much to deal with. 90% of people are just going to like kind of get into all of that and be like, no, not doing it. Not worth it. I used to work at this company. All I had to do was make 3D models and they took care of everything and paid me a paycheck. Like, I'm going to go do that again.
Yep.
So
it's way easier, you know? You're like, that's why the employer-employee dynamic exists. They just make a good deal for like, hey man, you only got to worry about this one set of problems. Are you good?
It's what I always say is like, people complain about like higher ups, the company is getting paid inordinate amounts of money and stuff, but it's like they're taking care of everything I just said and earning it in such a way, I guess, or they took the risks up front and didn't have anybody supporting them or taking care of things for them. And so the idea is that they're kind of being rewarded on the back end. Sometimes the math doesn't quite work out and people get a lot more than they probably deserve compared to other people that have helped them get there and stuff like that. But like, I think that's kind of what it comes down to a lot of the time. And yeah.
Adder, I want to throw this out there too, because I've worked with some of these people. Not only that they're completely and totally incapable of working outside of their specialty, they're not interested. They don't want to do the extra shit. They're not like, you know, excited about like, I don't know how to do this thing, but I'm going to learn. Right. The finding people that are very self-motivated is difficult. Like that's why Tony and I are partners, you know. It works for us in that regard. Yeah. And like everyone that's contributing to our stuff, that has been with us for a little bit is very interested in exploring new things and trying out different, parts of game dev that they've never done before. And we encourage that. And it's very cool. As a generalist tech artist, I was usually one or two in a total across the 300 plus person team who didn't fit into a specific part of the assembly line. Yep. Yeah, and in my AAA time, I was very much in an assembly line, right? Like I was a specialized piece of the assembly line. Marengo, how did your collabs go? Did you finish the projects, or did you there's a lot of activity and excitement at the beginning? You guys made a bunch of disparate ideas. They didn't really come together, and then people started falling off the project. That would be my assumption. But if that's not how it went, feel free to tell me your version of it. No, let's see here. Trying to hire more unicorns from AAA is massively difficult. We interviewed 40-ish people last year and didn't move forward with any of them, all with impressive AAA specialist resumes. Yeah. I mean,
What were you? Are you looking for literal unicorns, and are you interviewing 40 people and going, none of them is a unicorn, or what's the intention there?
They have to wear more hats. They can't be the unicorn. I'm assuming that's what he's saying. The horns were optional. Yeah, but I think, I don't necessarily want to speak for you, but I would assume that you're like, okay, it's cool that you're really good at this. You'll also have to do this and this. And they're like, I can only do the thing that you said. I will not do the other things. Admittedly, I ran into that working on Return to Moria. They're like, you got to do animations. You got to build a boss from scratch, even though you've never built one. Figure it out. And I'm like, we have 5 months to go before ship. What do you mean? You want me to in 5 months learn to be an animator? You want me in 5 months learn to be a boss designer? Okay, I'll try. And then when I was like, hey, this isn't working, I need some support, they were like, nah. You just got to figure it out, dude. Okay, so let's see. Hades 2 on consoles with a new update, making it easier to romance a popular character. Don't care about that. PS5 sales reached year highs as consumers raced to beat Sony's price increases. Oh, man. I don't like that. Yeah, they'd claim to be generalist game devs who could 3D model, script a tool, could do optimization, and could have legit feedback for level design blockouts, but then fall apart in technical tests. So, Adder, for what it's worth, I was always up front. I was like, I am not a generalist. I have very specific sets of skills. I can learn what you need me to learn. I won't quit, but I need support. I'll need help to fully connect the dots, right? That was always my perspective. And I never saw a problem with that. I was like, but of course other people would be like, no, man, you got to fucking make it work. And I'm like, I'm not going to work 160 hours a week just to study in my off time and keep trying to build this shit because you guys are mismanaging it and you don't have the resources to have an animator work on this project. I don't understand. It's crazy. Everyone on content at Cold Symmetry would be a AAA dev at anything. Content specialist. Wait, I don't understand what you mean there. AAA dev at. We actually hired a dude who interviewed and was upfront about his range of skills rather than trying to lie into filling our ask. I think that's another really big problem, especially. I mean, it's not unique to games, but people will be like, "Yeah, I can do this," and they can't do it. They just can't. I've definitely seen that happen a lot. I still think the funniest was an environment artist at Bungie who very clearly was not able to do his job up to the standard that they expected. And he was very prone to conflict with the rest of his team. And then when they let him go, his last change list was a big ass ASCII middle finger, which was pretty fucking funny to me. One end because project owner had some real life issues to handle. Another, I quit because I didn't feel right taking money for a project that wasn't going to get finished. I mean, you should have anyway, Marengo, especially if it wasn't your project, The team could never get together for testing and always always having source control issues. Yeah, that's not good. It sounds like at the basic level of just project functionality and like team flow and pipelines, you guys didn't have that squared away. We always curate the test to the candidate. One example was someone with only environment art in their portfolio. So we gave them a level design test with pre-made assets that required some scripting and tech art skills to complete. That's cool. I like that. I've had some very wacky tests as a designer. Some that are like, just do a paper design. You're good to go. You've got like, 2-3 days to work on it. That's reasonable for an interview for sure. And then some other studios were like, you have a week and a half. You need to build an entire level, submit the 3D file or the map file to like our source control. So it was like a tech test to see if you actually knew how to use Perforce and like all this other stuff. And it was very, very deep and like way beyond the scope of what I thought the job was actually like asking for in the description. But it's a huge range. It's those two things. It's like, can you do game design and let's talk about it and talk through your process? Or can you do like all of these other technical things that aren't pure design, and design is only this much of it? It's really all these technical things. Many times we only do a phone call, technical test questions, but if we like the candidate, but think they may just be really good at talking, then we'll give a short test. I say that's my hiring pillars that I bring along to any team I'm working with. Yeah. I put a hidden link in an exit email for my last company that rickrolled everyone. The ASCII middle finger goodbye email speaks to me. Omni, what are you doing? It was a very small team. How many people, Marengo? Like 3 or like 10? You can almost always tell in a quick convo if people know what they're talking about or not. I have a few web dev questions. Yeah, and so I think that's the interesting thing for me. I'm not the type of person to like bullshit in an interview. If they're like, do you know how to do this? I'll be like, nope, I do not. And they'd be like, well, what do you think about it? How would you do it? And I'm like, I mean, I can guess if you want, but I just told you I don't know how to do this. So like, all right, we can try. Like there were parts of my Bungie interview that were about that, where we were like going through like pseudocode and shit. And I was like, guys, I can't write code, but I'll try to like talk about the logic. I don't fucking know, And they were encouraging. They were helpful. I don't think that they were like, rude or like trying to catch me out or anything. And if anything, they appreciated the candor and being like, I don't know how to do this, and I'm willing to learn. If that's a part of the job, I'll learn what I need to do the job. Where the opposite happened when I was interviewing at Sony Santa Monica for God of War. I was like, I can't code. And they're like, let's just pretend you can. And I'm like, do you want me to like embarrass myself? What do you like? You guys are engineers and I'm not interviewing to be an engineer. I'm interviewing to be a designer. That was very weird. That rubbed me the wrong fucking way. It wasn't a real job with a paycheck. It was a streamer, young guy having his own financial issues, and 3 people. Using flowcharts for quest design is the same as programming. I mean, I don't agree with that. Maybe that's your point, Marengo, is you were being sarcastic about that, or saying like that's absurd that he would do that. Exactly. Most people fall apart with the tech art questions I ask, so we don't even get to in-engine test. Yeah. And I do fine with like in-engine tests too. I don't mind getting tested. It's totally fine. I'm brutally honest in interviews because that's how I operate. And I think it's bullshit if people put up a facade of what it's like to work with them. I agree, Adder. I fucking agree. I do not like that. That's why CS hired you still makes me laugh. They gave me some concept images and I had to art direct the art directors. Nice, dude. Yeah. They were looking for real feedback. No pulled punches with a good eye. I nailed it. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, I believe that. I've seen some of your stuff. I used to write programs as flowcharts before I ever turned on the PC. Ah, I see. So you're saying that you would do pseudocode, which is fine. That's more of like a test, because that's a part of design, is you have to think about how a thing might function. And that's where like I was okay. Whereas as I was describing these things to the the senior and lead engineer at Santa Monica studio, I was like, I'm like, this is how I would do it. And they're like, okay, keep going. And I'm like, what do you mean keep going? And they're like, how else would you do it? And I'm like, do you want to give me an example of what you want me to try to answer? Because you haven't asked me a question. It was a very awkward situation. I did not enjoy that interaction. This is how we operated at Arcane, my last in-office job. It was really helpful. When someone asks what program language I know, I say pseudocode. Nice. We had a technical meeting room where all the wall surfaces were painted in whiteboard surface finish. Yes, dude, I love that shit. Luminous is asking, Adder, did you work on Prey?
I think Adder knows people who worked on Prey because we talked about this recently, but I'll let him answer.
Was pretty cool to just draw on the walls. Yeah, we did that at Bungie, Adder. We'd definitely be drawing on walls. And some of the meeting rooms had glass walls too, so we could draw on those. That was fun. Like, so you could see through it and someone's like drawing on the... Anyway. Those interviews have no answer or question. They're just trying to see how you think, what your thought process is, how you derive things, how to arrive at the path you choose. Yeah, and I understand that, Omni. These guys were not doing that. It felt very bad faith, like they were trying to like catch me doing something. And I was like, everything else is going fine. Why the fuck are you guys being weird like this? Like, I was very upfront and honest about like what I could or couldn't do. So why would you continue to have me like try to do something I told you that I can't do? I don't know. It was very weird. Tail end of Prey Moon Crash, but was mostly on for Redfall, Starfield, and Doom Eternal. Hell yeah. I got to be right back.
What's Blackbird? Do we know about that one? Sorry, I just left the music off this whole time. Bethesda's new R&D MMO that got canned last year. Oh, okay. $2,000 people? Goddamn. Did they say why they canned it? Wasn't turning out good? New Bethesda engine, multiple studios. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a shame. That sounds interesting. I think they were on like year 6 or 7. It was spinning the wheels, and then Microsoft acquired them. Okay. Yeah. That's how it goes, I guess. Oh, shit. What's up, Shooted? I come here on my 26th month to remind you that Crimson Desert has sold 5 million copies, which beats Claire Obscure's record that the media gave the sloppiest of Toppy 2 versus the 6 out of 10 that Crimson Desert got. Yeah? I mean, I don't totally disagree with you. I've really been enjoying Crimson Desert, and every time I play it, I'm just like blown away by how it looks and, you know, just like the scale of it. Like, it is really fucking cool. I was showing it to Vince for quite a while yesterday, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty sweet.
Hey, what's up, Shooty boy?
Yeah, I'll let you. I already read what you wrote, but it's pretty good. Yeah, I just got past like the. I got past like the tutorial. I guess like I have my whole Greymane camp set up now and can start playing the game. I guess. You heard Crimson Desert isn't art. What does that mean?
I think he's trying to start some shit, maybe. I wanted to read what Adder was saying. Oh, you're just telling some war stories.
Yeah, he was saying there's a thing called Project Blackbird that was a Bethesda R&D MMO that had 2,000 people working on it that got canceled. So
we're on pace with CD's trailer view trends. Oh shit, dude, that's sick, man. Yeah, dude. I think Mortal Shell is looking like it's gonna do well, and I hope it does. Sorry, Mortal Shell 2. Yeah, it's very fucking cool. Shooty, have you seen any like the Mortal Shell 2 stuff? Mortal Shell hype. All right, I guess he has. Yeah, dude, it looks good. Oh, you're saying Crimson Desert, you get drunk in the game, wander in a direction, and have fun. Yeah.
Yeah. My only complaint about it, and I've said this to Vince a few times now, and it even happened while I was trying to show it to him yesterday, is just like I will see a cool place off in the distance. Like there's all these like glowing towers and shit at night. And like when I was showing them the game yesterday, I was like, let's just go over there and like see what that is. So I like, ride my horse across the whole world, get to this like really cool looking place. And then when I get there, it's locked and there's no NPCs around. And it's like kind of clear that like maybe I'm not supposed to be there yet. And I got to come back later and then something interesting will happen. But it just like keeps happening to me. And it kind of like kills my desire to like just randomly explore around because it almost doesn't seem like I'm supposed to. So I don't know about that part, but the rest of it's pretty cool.
Hey, what's up, Queen Anne? Yeah, Shooty was saying main story progress is required. Yeah.
Yep. So it just kind of seems like at a point, like you just kind of gotta focus on the main story quite a bit, which is...
Yeah, how far do you have to get, Artificial Sky? Because maybe if Tony had like that benchmark of like you complete this and now you can go roam free and do whatever you want, like how far do you have to really get?
That's what I just keep trying to get, because I've seen a lot of advice that's like make sure you unlock the gray main camp first before you start like really doing anything else, because it's really important. And so I tried to do that, and now it just kind of feels like I should keep doing more stuff like that, I guess. But
man, 26 months. Thank you, bro. That's crazy. It's crazy to think that that's how long, because like you were like a fucking week 1 sub, right?
I think I'm 26 months this month too, so that means that he's been doing it the whole time we've been streaming, which I have as well.
Thank you, man. That's fucking sick. You have been bodied
I think he's
by
the only
LFQ.
one. Yeah,
you've been bodied by LFQ, but I think you're in second place. Is that true? It's either you or Analyrith.
For gifts, I think he's probably second, but
yeah,
for consecutive sub months, definitely first. So.
Bro, LFQ has been showering us with subs, so yeah.
He says 5 towers ain't sync. Yeah, okay, so I went to like some big glowy tower, and that was one of the things that like it didn't seem like I could go in there yet or something. So
no, I mean I don't think many people can compete with LFQ, bro. He's single-handedly holding up Twitch.television. Queen Anne, how you doing? How was the feedback session and stuff? Are you feeling good? How's Endless You coming along? I'd love to hear if you got into any of that. If you haven't, that's okay. That's totally okay. Man, Crimson Desert got a 6 out of 10. That's like Destiny when it launched. 6 out of 10. Best 6 out of 10 game ever.
Crimson Desert, I think you got to play it for 30 hours or something to really give it a good score, and I imagine they probably didn't.
Yep. Conversely, I did the Tower of Frost in Chapter 2, which is a much later thing level-wise. All right, there you go.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in Chapter 4 or 5, but...
So there might be some things that you can do, Tony. You just got to go back.
Yeah.
Outstanding, Queen Anne. I'm very happy to hear that. Never felt better about the game. Direction you gave me was extremely fruitful. Fuck yeah, dude. Love to hear that. Yeah, our team has also been putting in work. Tony made some fucking awesome updates to Dread. Very cool shit. I need to do some level design blockout for like 4th level or something like that, which I'm gonna get into tomorrow. We've hit some slowdowns, some bogging down of the space. So we got to get in there, and I need to be a little more firm with the direction. You can wander some nutty challenges way too early if you just aimlessly go around. Like the southeast chunk of the map is crazy. Okay. You saw the forest on the VOD. Thank you for watching our VODs, Queen Anne. I really appreciate that. That's super useful. Do you watch the VODs on YouTube? Yeah, because I don't think we even have VODs on Twitch.
I don't think we do either.
But if you do enjoy the VODs and you watch the VODs, please watch them on YouTube because we need the watch hours and the fucking subs. I think, yeah, our subs are still holding. We've got the 1,000 for the AdSense, but we need watch hours, like, and then we'll be able to monetize. We can get super chats, but like, I don't know. We don't get anyone coming through over there super chatting.
If we ever talk about something on stream and you need it explained, or you want another example, or you want the files, or you just want to talk about it or something, like, you really don't have to go dig through our VODs. Like, please hit us up on Discord, and I'd be happy to talk about anything that we show or walk you through the code, send you the files, whatever. It's awesome that you guys, use the VODs for that too. But I'm just saying, like, you don't need to put yourself through that if you don't want to. I'm always happy to help.
Yeah, and thank you, Queen Anne. And anyone else, if you guys catch our VODs, please watch them on YouTube. It's not, it doesn't like really change your experience, but we just don't generate any monetization on YouTube. Like, we've got a couple of people that have super chatted, but that's the entire reason we're doing it on YouTube, is so that we can monetize that. It's not there yet. It's very close, but it's not there yet. Actually, I kind of want to see. I'll check it after stream and see like what the status is on the.
I actually did a lot of work last night on YouTube integration with the stream. I need to finish it up. I didn't do it yet today, but just like, so we'll have mixed chat in the overlay.
Yeah.
Stats on the dashboard, stuff like that. So, when we first started doing this, I was working at Truffle, and YouTube had just kind of like really started getting into streaming, and they were giving it a lot of attention at the time. And I was kind of the belief that they were going to eventually take over a lot of the audience from Twitch, and that, a majority of content creators would probably be moving to YouTube for streaming over time. And it kind of looked that way for a little bit. And then they have literally not made a single update to streaming in like 3 years now. So I don't believe that anymore. And Twitch, if anything, has come back really hard. So I don't know. It's a little unfortunate to see, because I do think the user experience on YouTube, just as like a lurker, especially, is way better. And I have like YouTube Premium, so I never see ads and stuff like that. Then I'm going to see ads on Twitch no matter what, generally. So I don't know. It'd be cool to see it come back, but I have no faith that it's going to now. So, but we probably will get to a point where, there's some level of parity between the two. And if it's your preferred platform, then you'll be able to go watch us there, and everybody will be able to read each other's messages and stuff. So.
Marengo, are you talking about watching our stuff on YouTube, or just like YouTube in general? I'm hoping you like watching our YouTube. It's very useful. I appreciate when
you can rewind a stream and pause it and stuff. You can't really do that on Twitch. Like, YouTube has
but it's janky. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a sub, you can rewind on Twitch nowadays, but I know what you mean. Yes, exactly. Yeah, you have to like subscribe to a channel in order to do that. Also, Tony Shooty was saying, if you can't get into a place that you're trying to get into in Crimson Desert, get high up and look around in the shiny mode and see if you can find any teleport pads that are nearby.
Shiny mode, okay. Interesting.
Janky is definitely a good word for that. Yeah, guys, I find myself like, if I watch YouTube, I get into this really like weird loop of like just wanting to watch another video and watch another video. And then I was like, I'm consuming some just garbage. And then I've recently shifted to just like putting on movies, and like that's what I will watch like after the work day, like just watch a movie, leave that on, and then like play a game while I'm watching a movie. It's good for getting through a back catalog of like some cinema that I've missed. I was telling Tony and Turning Cog earlier this week that this weekend I watched all 5 Twilight movies, which was crazy. But yeah, I did. That's the vibe. Work through movie collections. Exactly, Adder. Yes.
Dude, I saw a clip on Twitter yesterday from the Return of the King director's cut. And it's like what happens to Saruman at the end of the Lord of the Rings story. I have
Mhm.
never seen that scene before, and it blew my fucking mind. And
Bro,
I was like, I need to watch the director's cuts. I was like,
Yes.
there's a lot of stuff here I've probably
Yes, you
literally
do.
never seen. And like that scene is so crazy, I cannot believe they didn't put that shit in the movie.
In fairness, Tony, the director's cuts are like 12 hours total.
I'm aware.
It's long.
Yeah.
It's like a whole fucking day.
You're talking about like needing something to just like throw on after work. Like I am
Yeah.
very strongly considering just watching.
Yeah, dude, do that.
Lord of the Rings, so.
Well, I was thinking about, because like, you know, like I was saying, I often am playing a game while I'm like watching a show or watching TV, watching YouTube, watching a movie, whatever. And I realized like there was trash going into my brain, because when you're doing something else, it's like raw dogging your subconscious. And so I was like, man, I'm starting to like feel certain ways about some things. And I was like, maybe I'm watching too much fucking like hot takes on fucking YouTube with, you know, people talking about
just
dumb
letting the
shit.
garbage like autoplay, and then
Yes.
it's like feeding your algorithm that you
Yep.
want to watch garbage, so you're gonna get more garbage, and like it's something you gotta stay on top of, or it gets out of control. But okay,
Well, even if it's like a gaming stream, you know,
Yeah.
or like you know, I was watching Pestely's hardcore series. He gets to chatting about some nonsense that I just do not fucking care about. And I'm like, that's going into my brain. I need to like not have that on. And instead there could be this story with like a moral and a lesson about something and an interesting emotional experience. And I prefer to have that go into my brain instead.
All right, we got important questions in chat. Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Okay, I just want to clarify. I think that question means, which man do you find more attractive? So that is my I would just say, okay, so here's my take on Twilight. I
think you answered this question really well yesterday, so you could just say what you said again. So
is it the thing I'm about to go into about Bella?
Probably just more about like, yeah, how she has the choice of like this insane thing or this like really logical thing, and like she just goes with the insane thing, of course. Like,
so Bella drives me fucking crazy as a character, because the entire universe is centered around her, and she can't make a good decision, and she refuses to, and all she does is just manipulate and harm people around her constantly, and that drove me fucking crazy. And I was like, most of these people are like relatively normal, but I thought it was absolutely insane that this like dude who's, you know, 80 or 90 years older than this teenage girl is like infatuated with her. And then not only that, her childhood friend, who she should be in a relationship with because they're about the same age, she's still 2 years older than him. And she decides to like fuck him around and you know, ruin his life and his like emotional state for like a couple of years. And it turns out he's like, oh no, I was just like soul bonded to your unborn daughter. And I'm just like, what in the fuck is this? What is this? This is crazy as fuck.
No, I think the soul bonding happens after she gives birth. It's like when he sees her or something, which is.
But he was
weird.
saying, Bella, it was never you. It was always fucking
okay.
Renesmee or whatever. Which
fucking Renesmee.
Renesmee
Yes.
the cringiest fucking name ever, man.
So good. Oh
Why
my
don't you
god,
just
so
say
fucking
Renee
good.
Esme or Esme Renee? It would be
Renesmee
fine. You
is
fucking
so
portmanteaued that shit.
God.
Come on. What the
I
fuck?
always
happened
have a soft spot in my heart for it, dude. It's so funny.
Okay, so really, Edward, like obviously, that would be my take, is that it's Edward. Like, not like Jacob is a confused young boy, and like it's not fair. It's not fair to him. He needs to run far away from Bella and never fucking talk to her again. That would be perfect for him in his life. When the kid was a fetus, he imprinted on it, but he interpreted that as being imprinted on Bella. Yeah, exactly, Queen Anne. That is so fucking weird. We just got a speed run. Yeah, you got a speed run of the whole Twilight plot. Walk away to gross, Omni. Don't tell us what you were doing. Yeah, you came back to motherfucking Twilight. I watched all 5 Twilight movies this weekend. Sookie, dude. Yes. Eric or Bill? Sookie. Yes, that is correct, Brightside. 100%. Yo, what's up, Memo Lele? What am I looking at right now? Some grown-ass men talking about Twilight while you know, Tony's integrated like chat visualization thing is playing in the background. This is unreal stuff.
Your characters in your chat message put spheres into the machine.
chromatic orbs into the machine. Yes. And the waveforms are us talking and music. Which one is which?
No, it's just the music right now.
Oh, it's just the music.
It can be whatever. Yeah.
This makes my beer taste bad. Who gave you beer, Omni?
Can you just tell us the other day you don't drink?
Yeah, he just told me that so many times. I was like 13 and really liked that first season of True Blood. Fuck
True Blood
yeah,
was
dude.
pretty good
True
until
Blood's
like
banger.
I don't know, season 5 or so. It gets kind of off the fucking rails, but like the first few seasons are like pretty solid. Yeah, I mean, you go back now and watch it, and it's like kind of cringe just because of the time that it came from. But like, I don't know, it was good at the time for sure.
I agree with what Brightside saying. When they started bringing like fairies and random shit, it got weird.
And it's like, you know, they go down this like every person in the town is like a mythical creature, and this guy's a changer, and this person's a fairy, and that one's a vampire, and they just like, you keep finding out these characters that have been 5 seasons in the show have magical powers the whole time, and is like, yeah, it's just getting a little unbelievable.
Queen Anne, what's your take on Twilight? Because I knew you just threw in there the thing like the justification for the imprint on the fetus and all that. It sounds like you know about Twilight. I want to know what's your take and which team? Let's see. They started bringing So I kind of remember Bill. Who was Eric in True Blood?
The like Viking guy, blonde.
I literally don't even know. I cannot summon that shit.
Hold on, I got you.
Oh yeah, Ryan Gosling is the GOAT, dude. I'm down with the Notebook.
This is Eric in True Blood, this guy.
I do sappy shit like watch the Notebook with my wife and we hold hands. We love that shit. The tall blonde dude?
I got him on screen right now.
Oh, I kind of remember now. Okay.
And then he cuts his hair short eventually. Looks more like that. But.
Yeah, and he was like the bad vampire, and Bill was like kind of a good vampire.
He owned the like goth club in town, and he like hangs out with that one chick, and they're like kind of bad, but end up kind of being like not that bad compared to the real bad. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so bright side, the reason I watched True Blood is because of my wife. That's literally the whole reason. So she likes it. But also, my wife is Team Edward, and she's like sees me as her Edward. So, you know, it's great. I'm also on Team Edward. My wife's never seen it, but I feel like she would think I'm in Light in the Loafers.
Yeah. I mean, these days it's
dude.
We tried to rewatch it. It's been a couple of years now, but it was, I don't know, it was a little too tough. We definitely didn't get too far.
Yeah, we're old, so it was like perfect.
It's one of those shows like of the time where like they tried to be as shocking as possible all the time, especially in like the early episodes of the first season, to like really catch people's attention. And it's just like so over the top and so violent and so much nudity and like swearing and crazy shit that just like I don't really do it like that these days.
Brightside, you should give it a shot. See if the old lady is down. You know, it could be fun. You could have a nice bonding experience over some True Blood. Artificial Sky says, "Okay, V, swap the genders in Notebook." Are you trying to be a Notebook hater right now? Because I'm not a Notebook hater. I think that is a lovely, story. Obviously, if you look at it on its face, it's weird, stalkery behavior and shit. But they genuinely love each other, and that's the whole point. Like, and they are together forever. Like, that's the whole point, and it's very sweet, I think. So obviously, if that feeling is not reciprocated, you need to chill the fuck out and go talk to someone else. Dude, Euphoria. Okay, so Tony, I tried to watch Euphoria, and I got halfway through the first episode, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to watch this."
The first time Amy was watching it, I legitimately was like, "I'm not fucking watching this," and I just like got up and left. And then she watched it again, and I ended up sitting through pretty much the whole thing. And I just kind of want to see what happens now because I've seen the whole thing. But I've seen of this new season look so fucking crazy.
Yep. Adder, I'm with you on the cinematography. It was really good. Like, Euphoria's got great production value. I'm just not interested in the stories. Like, that's what I do not care about.
I really hate the like main dude. He's supposed to be kind of the bad guy or whatever, like the fucking Chad dude that is in like all of the scenarios, but just he's such a fucking asshole. It's crazy.
Brightside. Brightside's harassing Adder. Second half of season 2 is pretty solid. The story actually kind of stepped up. Brightside meant to ask Adder, do you like The Boys, the show? But he wrote, Adder, do you like boys?
Dude, the boys has been really fucking good so far.
Oh shit. Okay, Queen Anne is a Twilight knower for sure. I've never read all the books, but I have a lot of people around me that I've learned details from. I think Twilight gets a super bad rap because girls liked it at the time when whatever girls were into was cringe. It has issues for sure, but I enjoy it being a fun world with interesting choices. Okay, I will agree with that. I think when they got to the point of talking about like imprinting and like the dynamics of the vampires, I was like, oh, this is like kind of interesting now. But when it was just like vapid, horrible Bella behavior, that's when I was just like, this is fucking annoying me.
I want to say Stephanie Meyer was pretty young when she wrote those books too, right?
I have no idea.
Like,
but
I want to say like they're not like the best written books ever, but like I want to say she was like potentially like just out of high school or something. Like they're pretty good.
All right, maybe I'll just watch season 3, episode 1. I'm really enjoying The Boys so far, but I also have so little quality content right now, so it could be shit, but it's better than all the other garbage. Yeah, Adder, that's why I was watching movies, man. Also, I've been like too deep on dramas, so that was one of the reasons why I went to Twilight. I know it's a drama, but it at least has some like fantastic shit going on. I want like an escape, I've been watching too many like thrillers and dramas and stuff like that. Although to be fair, I started watching Terminalist Dark Wolf again, and that's really good. I never finished it, but I really like Jack Carr's military intrigue stuff.
Dude, Dark Wolf is like one of the best TV shows I've ever watched. I think probably.
Yep,
it's so fucking good.
I love Terminalist too. Terminalist is great.
I thought Dark Wolf was probably 5-10% better.
It's really good. Well, it has less like wacky situations, and it's more just like straight up like.
And he's just like a more likable character, I think too. But,
you think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I like Reese. I think Reese is very cool. Like
he's going through a lot, and he's kind of like like literally crazy at times, and makes some like fairly stupid decisions. And I mean, not that Homeboy and the fucking Dark Wolf does either, but like I don't know. I just remember kind of feeling that way.
The biggest issue of the Twilight books is Bella's characterization. Yes. Okay, so I do forgive the IP for knowing that it's meant to be for teenage girls. It literally is. Like, that's why Bella is the way she is. She's a teenage girl. And like, obviously I've never been a teenage girl, so I can't fucking relate to that. And that's probably why I don't like it. But if you have been a teenage girl, I'm sure you're like, holy shit, this is speaking my fucking language. So I'm just saying, the reason I watched it was not because I was interested in like Twilight. It was that I want to know like what is compelling about it, what makes people interested in this whole universe. And like, I think the thing that irks me the most is that there's no downside to vampires. I don't like how they did vampires. I thought it was really weird, and it just doesn't fit with like vampire mythos. There's just no consequences. You're just like, oh, you twinkle in sunlight. All right, cool.
And you can just like slurp on a deer and not kill it, and it'll be fine. Yep.
The sparkle skin is an odd choice. Like I was saying, she wrote it in a way that there's no downside to vampires, which if you consider this, teenage girls are really good about making capricious and ill-informed and no logic decisions. So having a caring monster be like their ideal mate of choice is like teenage girl behavior, like that's the craziest shit. Like, yeah. Okay, you guys are on The Boys right now.
Everybody fucking hates Kimiko talking too, because it's like borderline ruining the scenes that she's in the show. It's just like, why is she like that? Like, she was so interesting when she didn't talk, and they like just like that. It's so weird.
Omni Sparkle says the books are less ass than the movies. She doesn't like the movies, but she likes the books. And I agree with you. It doesn't help that Kristen Stewart is the worst actress that ever lived. She is really bad. Like, honestly, she is. Robert Pattinson being a solid artist was a great thing to come from the. Yes, actually, Brightside. Yeah. Oh, Brightside. Have you seen Good Time with Robert Pattinson? That's his craziest fucking role. It's like Uncut Gems. It's done by the same guys. That is a good fucking movie. It's very dark. It is, an anxiety ride the whole time, just like Uncut Gems, but it is really good. I used to not be a fan of Pattinson, but his portfolio is pretty impressive these days. Yeah, I agree. I think he'll
take
he's
weird
great.
fucking projects, and I respect the hell out
Like
of it.
Good Time, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Have you seen Good Time, Tony?
No, but like,
Dude, you should see that
I
shit.
think that that and Mickey 17 and The Lighthouse and like,
yeah.
there's so many weird movies that he's done. They're all like pretty good. He's the voice of the heron in that Miyazaki movie, and
Yep.
he like really hams it up. Like, I don't know.
That was a great movie.
I
too,
respect
by
the
way.
fuck out of him as an actor. Absolutely.
The comic has a crazy ending. I'm not trying to see or read any spoilers about it. Yeah, that's tough, Brightside. Yeah, and I agree with you guys about Kimiko. I don't know. Like, The Boys doesn't hit right for me. Same with like Invincible. Like, I liked the first seasons of both. I think the premises are really good. They kind of get lost in the sauce the longer those things go, and that's what I don't care for. Yes, Adder, they did steamroll the character. Should have left her mute. Yep, you guys are all aligned on that.
Yep.
She did say that she learned English off of TikTok, and she literally has a TikTok AI voice. Oh my god.
It's less TikTok AI voice on. It comes off more like I have Asperger's and I don't understand social conventions, so I just say like random weird shit that is inappropriate at times out loud, and it's like that doesn't make any sense to me. You were not deaf. You have heard people talk your entire life. You understand conversational convention. You can just speak now. Like, you don't not understand those things because you can't speak. I refuse to believe that. She could type, she could text, like she understands how English conversation works. Totally unbelievable. Ruined the whole character.
Okay, hold on. Omni said, I watched Mickey 17. I don't get that movie at all. I'm very proud of you for having watched that. I'm disappointed that you didn't get it because I loved Mickey 17. That was such a
I
good
haven't seen it, but I
movie.
really want to. It looks like it's really good.
Dude, it's free on streaming.
Is it?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
That's how I
Good to
watch
know.
it.
Nice,
Yeah,
okay.
when I say I watch movies, I'm not paying for movies. I'm usually watching older stuff. That
Well,
is
you
free
have
on
like
streaming
HBO
service.
and stuff that I don't
Yeah,
have.
we have all the things. Yeah. I think Mickey 17's on HBO.
Yep. Dude, the guy with the dick, irrational for a weapon. I saw that dude like scene 1, episode 1. I'm like, they're strangling that guy with his own dick, and I was fucking right. I called it like first 5 minutes of the episode.
Yeah, Adder, I was not stoked about him being Batman either. I think he's okay, but for me, I think it's really hard to top the Nolan Batmans, honestly. Now, don't get me wrong, it literally ruined her for me too. I'm just trying to think of why the fuck she sounds like that. Yeah, Tony nailed it. Yep. I'm with you on that, Brightside. I'm definitely over the Frenchie Kimiko plot. I don't care about that.
I thought
that's why we were talking about the wieners, because that's where Omni lost interest in The Boys.
I thought they replaced the Mother's Milk actor, and I guess the dude just like lost an insane amount of weight, and it like literally doesn't even look like him anymore.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, it like I didn't think he was like a fat guy before. I thought he was just like really muscular, I think, but now he's like kind of thin, and it does not look like the same person, but it is. The deep is my strong number. Get the fuck out of here, Adam.
Oh man, no, I think he's serious. Okay, I will say the Deep is an interesting character. He's fucking disgusting and like horrible as a human being.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of depth in the Deep, right? Like, no. I see what you're saying. His writing is really funny. Well, okay, his writing makes me very fucking uncomfortable, but that's the point. That's well executed.
It's the same with like Homelander. Like, Anthony Starr does such a good fucking job being Homelander, and he's talked about how like people are like mean to him in real life because they think that he's actually like that and stuff. And it's just like, man, you're just way too good of an actor. He has some lines in this new season that just are cracking the fuck up. He's so good.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Omni. I don't like so okay, guys, I will say this. The things that really put me off of the boys are what's the fucking dude's name? Huey, right?
Huey.
I
Yep.
fucking hate Huey. He's so flat. He's supposed to be the character that like the audience identifies with, and they're like, he just like me for real. And I'm like, bro, if you were like Huey, you should seek some help. I was gonna say some other things. I'm like, I can't say that shit on Twitch.
They haven't revealed it yet, but there was a line in the last episode where somebody was like, "Have you ever thought about like why you're so special and why all of these like superheroes like hang around you and stuff?" And I think they're like hinting at like a reason, but like that has always been something. It's like, what does this fucking normie nobody have to do with any of this shit? And like, why is he like so important? So I guess maybe there's actually a reason for it, and it isn't just like random chance, but hasn't been revealed yet. So,
Huey is the Bella of the boys. Just saying it.
real.
He's the Bella of the boys. He's soft as fuck. He makes everyone do shit for him. Always puts himself in an untenable situation. Acts with pure fucking emotion, like he's justified all the time.
So do you realize
I
that
hate
that
him.
makes Butcher, Edward, and
Yes.
Starlight Jacob probably?
Yes. No, I think you're right.
Maybe.
I think you're fucking right, dude. Yeah. No, that's real, dude.
I keep hoping Huey gets killed and it never happens. It probably doesn't happen, but
Dude,
I don't
me
know.
too, Omni. I hope Huey gets killed.
They keep giving him an arc and then taking his spine away.
Yeah.
Did you watch the thing where he doesn't feel pain?
Yeah.
I thought that movie was pretty good.
Okay, so the actor for Huey,
Yeah.
God, what was it? No, there was an action movie that he was in. It wasn't Novocaine. It was another one where he's like a CIA operative. I was telling you, like he's really fucking good in it. Oh, is it Heads of State with Idris Elba and yeah, I think it might be Heads of State. What's the actor who plays Huey? What's his name?
Jack Quaid. Dennis Quaid's son.
Yes. Okay. Hear me out, guys. Heads of State is a very silly action movie. It's really good. John Cena plays the president of the United States. He's like a lovable Donald Trump. Idris Elba plays the prime minister of England. And they get into this situation where they have to like protect each other, and it's an action film and all that. Jack Quaid plays a CIA operative that is a fucking badass. And his action sequences are so fucking good, and he plays them really well. So that was where I was like, I don't hate this guy. Like, what? I thought I was going to hate him. But no, he plays a different role than Huey, and he's great at it. So that's the point, Omni. You want to hate John Cena as the president, but you don't. I promise. It's like it works. It's good. And you know, he's being goofy, you know, embarrassing American, and Idris Elba is like very serious, like, you know, former military prime minister guy, and it's a good juxtaposition because you have like the goofy American guy who says silly shit and acts like a clown with this other guy, and then they like, you know, are at odds, and it works out. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, watch Heads of State. It is a great movie. I was very skeptical, but it is a great movie. His writing is so fucking funny. The acting by the dude is stellar. Adder, were you talking about Deep? Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's so uncomfortable that you can only pull that off when the writing and acting are dialed. Yes, totally agree. And Homelander's a close second. I don't know how to feel about A-Train, honestly.
If you keep watching the show, you will feel new things about A-Train.
The camp scene where he squared up with Homelander was a swing and a miss for that character arc. Yeah. Huey squaring up with Homelander. Ugh. That bothers me. Also, like the whole fucking time. So the basic premise is that he's on a crusade against Vought for like the you know, superhero serum, and then he just fucking uses it. What are you doing, man?
And then the entire motivation is just because A-Train exploded his girlfriend, right?
Yep. That's what I'm saying. That's where I go like, this writing is bothering me. I don't like this. Butcher taking it makes sense. Butcher should have fucking died when he took it, right? Like permanently, not in whatever the fuck they got going on with Butcher. But he should have been like, I am dead because I can't handle this. But of course they can't get rid of Urban because he's fucking awesome. So I don't know. It's tricky. A lovable Donald Trump oxymoron. Carl Urban can't die. He had that show on his back. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Dude, Carl Urban is so fucking good. It's great.
So good.
I liked him in what was it? The Chronicles of Riddick 2. I can't remember what it was called. He was fucking great in that. He was like the undead warlord guy. He's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah. He's in Lord of the Rings too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's Aomer. Is that his name?
Something like that. Best fantasy actor for sure. It's funny because I always think of him not really with fantasy and more with like, I don't know. My brain goes to Dread first, which is funny because
So
he
good in
doesn't
Dread.
even show his face. But I love that movie so much.
They show his chin.
I guess he talks, but yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right. Adder is Lord of the Rings
Of course.
Superman.
Yep.
Dude, he showed me his theatrical release poster that he had, which is fucking sick.
Nice.
Yeah, Tony, you really do need to watch the director's cuts. They're
Legit,
very
like,
long,
might
but they're
start
well
them
done.
today.
Yeah, they're
I
well
also
done.
haven't watched The Lord of the Rings since like I was quite a bit younger, and I think like I would probably take it in a little bit better now too. So I look forward to watching it and like paying attention and understanding it a little better.
It's crazy because like I'm not a Lord of the Rings super fan, but I really liked the movies and I watched them all in theaters on opening night
Yep, same.
more than once. So like 3 or 4 times. And then
Actually,
I've
some of the
watched
only
them-
movies I've ever seen in the theaters more than once.
Yeah. And then I've watched them on like, I own them all on DVD, and then I've watched them on streaming services. I don't know, probably like 20, 30 times each movie
Yep.
and the extended cuts. They're just really good to put on. And you just have them on playing, you're doing something else, totally fine. You Shall Not Pass, yeah.
True.
The Flame of fucking whatever. Udun, yeah, Flame of Udun. You Shall Not Pass. You know what they awakened in the Shadow and Flame? The dwarves delved too deep and too greedily.
See, if that was written today, they would say it was written by AI because it says delve.
Why? Because people don't use the word delve?
AI loves the fucking word delve. It was
Really?
like, yeah, like, well, let's delve into this issue or whatever. It just became like one of those words that like normal people don't really say all that often, but AI says like in almost everything that it writes. So like you can kind of pick out people who AI generated things by that, or you could at a time. That's probably past now, but kind of the same with like you're absolutely right, or now I've got the full picture. It's just like things I always say. M dashes, yep. M dashes.
And the Oxford comma. Oxford comma is important. I've come around. It matters.
Yeah, I'm pro Oxford comma, but they love the M dash. That's for sure.
Somewhat is an AI word. Y'all are talking about actual English words that are like hundreds of years old. They're not AI words. AI didn't make these words up. You just got to read some more books and you'll be all right.
AI read all the books. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Omni, the Hobbit movies did not suck. I know that is a very fringe opinion. I liked the Hobbit movies, but I preferred the Hobbit over the Fellowship trilogy or whatever.
Tolkien was once criticized for some weird word usage, stating that he used incorrect grammar, but he literally wrote the Oxford Dictionary and thesaurus.
Yep.
Not to mention he wrote like additional books to his book just to like flesh out the backstory and history better and stuff. Like,
yep.
Dude was so next level.
He wrote a language.
Yeah, and a language. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like, he went the extra mile.
Omni, why are you saying I want commas after every word? I don't understand why you're doing that. They were just boring. Yeah, okay. So admittedly, the reason the Hobbit movies have a lot of like really long downbeats is because they made one book into 3 fucking, movies that are like 12 hours total. That's crazy. Like they were literally doing every moment. And I think the reason Jackson did that is because a lot of the Lord of the Rings trilogy fans were like grumpy about dumb shit. Like, where's Bill the Pony? Why wasn't Bill the Pony in all these scenes? He is in the extended cut. but I don't know. That shit's stupid. I didn't like that. I didn't like that part of Tolkien's writing. I get bored as fuck when we go off for a chapter about Bill the Pony enjoying grass in the Shire. He wrote letters to his kids in made up languages. That's cool as fuck. Endless U's tagline was, dying isn't failure, it's strategy. We had to change it because that's an AI sentence structure. What do you mean? Why did you have to change it because it's AI sentence structure?
No, very true. AI loves to make like a quirky little metaphor about whatever you're talking to it about, and it'll say something like, that's not just this, it's this. And it's extremely common.
I mean, Queen Anne, okay, hold on. Stand by your vision and be like, I wrote that. That wasn't AI. Because like this is making me think that if you are good at writing, people will be like, oh, you used AI. Like
Yes.
all of this shit that we're talking about is stuff that I would write without.
It's like if you're good at
AI.
being an artist, it's AI generated now. Like, I don't know.
No,
if
fuck that.
If your app has a bug, it's vibe coded. Like, I don't know.
Stick to your guns.
That's the world we live in now.
Stick to your fucking guns. Don't let people bully you. They responded in the fucking made up language. Dude, that's crazy. Imagine teaching your fucking kids like a fake language. Like what would that do for your brain? That would be awesome. I mean, granted, it's probably more beneficial to learn a real language because then they can communicate with other people in different cultures. But I'm gonna drop kick someone if they say my shit was generated. Adder, just stand proud, bro. You know, you've been doing this gig for a while. You're gonna get some dumbass comments, and you just don't read them, man. Just make your art. You know, don't read the comments. Make your art. Celebrate success. Okay, so it helped you refine your tagline, Queen Anne, which is good. Just don't let someone bully you if you wrote something and they're like, "Yo, did you use AI?" Like, be like, "No." Like, well, that sounds like AI. Well, cool. I don't give a fuck. You should read some books. First release since mainstream AI. Curious how it's going to go. Oh yeah, good point. That is a good point. You're probably going to get a lot of people in the comments who are like, made with AI. This is AI. This is AI. You guys didn't even use real art. It's AI. That's why I'm saying don't fucking read it, Adder. Like, stay away from that shit. Brightside says, I hate the first line or two of AI responses that are just like gaslighting whatever you have. Perfect. This is where the game loop gets addictive. Yeah, or let's delve into this deeper. Yep.
You've got if you're using like Claude or Gemini or whatever, generally you can just go into the settings and there's going to be like default prompts, and I can send you the actual one that I use, but like it's basically just like, you know, be short and straightforward and don't no sycophancy, don't gaslight me, don't agree with me unnecessarily, like challenge my ideas in productive ways and stuff like that. And it'll cut down on a lot of that stuff. Like I kind of have it to a point where I'm like, don't talk to me unless you actually have something important to say. And like if I tell it something, it'll just go, okay. Like, and that's all you need. So
yeah, there you go, man. You can call him Tony too. You don't have to call him FG. It's okay, Brightside. Give me that slap and tickle option. Yeah, dude. Turn it on. Double entendre. Oh, sorry, I can't say that. It's AI speak. Little leash action. Yeah, Omni was talking about leashes, bro. Get yourself to San Francisco. Put some flowers in your hair, man. Yeah, I think, Queen Anne, I was just reading your message again where you're like, I know, it sucks. I really like dying is only a suggestion. And you have that now. I think, like, it's definitely good to, like, hear that kind of feedback, but to, like, you have good vision. Don't let people change you, So if you think it's better now, you're cool. And totally good. That was a beneficial interaction. But if they're making you, like, compromise on something you believe in strongly, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. Omni wants to wear chaps and be put on a leash. Call me Tech Knight. Fresh air chaps only. Yeah, absolutely. Commando chaps. Is that what we call that now? Yeah, I guess that's probably appropriate. Call it commando chaps.
And chaps don't really cover up anything in the front either, do they?
Yeah, it's like it covers your crotch.
Oh, it does cover your crotch. Okay, I thought they were like just your legs.
Okay, good, Queen Anne. All right, that's the right way to look at it. If you didn't totally connect to it and you're like something's off about it, that's good. That helped you refine it. That's great. Omni, I'm sorry, bro. I love you, but you are absolutely not the dom. And that's what makes you such a good sub, dude. Yeah, yeah. I see the vision now. Dude, I'm not talking about that. This is metaphorical, bro.
Well, on that note,
yeah, don't tell strangers about your nonsense. Speak for yourself. My chaps cover what they cover. Yeah, real. Oh man. Omnidom is a gross thought. I feel like
Domni.
What Domni? Yeah.
Domni.
I feel like sub Omni is like that makes sense. The universe is like working correctly. Flame of Orun. All right, what else do we have for some Vig game stuff? This is like
it's after 4. We
things.
should probably wrap up here soon.
Oh shit, yeah. We got to get going pretty soon here. Okay, I want to make sure that there was nothing that I missed. I'm gonna go check the stream channel, see if we got any things in there. We talked about Demon Bluff. We talked about Marty running for Congress.
The Northern Lion Super Cruise has been canceled.
So yeah, we could talk about that. You guys know about the Northern Lion Super Cruise? So Northern Lion, a prominent content creator, was doing a private cruise, selling tickets for it around the Gulf Coast. So like Florida to Mexico, back to Florida. And it was up for 72 hours, and then he canceled the whole thing. For various reasons. He released like a public statement saying there's a lot of negativity around this idea. And I feel like that's kind of sad, but also like, I don't want to go on a fucking cruise. Least of all going on a cruise with like Twitch chat and professional streamers. That sounds crazy. I think the nicest thing about this is that you just go, all right, I'm done. Close it. And you don't like, it doesn't exist anymore. That's a very nice thing about it. Yes, that's my assumption, Adder, is that he probably undershot the tickets by a huge margin. Like, I bet you on day one, when it opened, he got like 15 sales and he needed to sell like 500 tickets to make it viable. And then they just waited 2 days and they were like, holy shit, we still have 15 sales. And so they killed it. Yeah, I agree with you. People don't give a fuck about what the internet has to say if money is in their pocket. That's what I'm telling you, Adder, about like, don't read the comments. Don't engage, man. You're going to get some wacky shit that just makes you mad. For what it's worth, I did do that a lot working on Destiny. I would go to Reddit and like, but the way I did it is I would skim through thread titles. And if everything was like a hate thread, I would just skip them and not read them. But if someone was like making a comment in like good faith and being like, I genuinely like this game and this is what I wanted to see in it, I would go read those threads. And then, of course, I would read the like praise for the game to feel good about myself. But Twitch Cruise sounds like the rumors about Olympic Village. I mean, dude, it sounds like an insane and uncomfortable time. Just hanging out with like very strong personalities and then like 150 parasocial people that just, I don't know, like looking at their phones the whole time and being weird. You cool if I send you another build for Endless U? I'd like to know what you think. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. I was trying not to be too graphic. I mean, I appreciate that, Omni. You toned it down. You were getting a little wild talking about being a dom and all that. So, but I think you're good, bro. Don't even worry about it. In Omni, when I say like you're a sub and all that, it's because you're an adorable guy. And like, I just want to give you a hug and protect you. And like the idea of you being aggressive or like demeaning is crazy. I don't think it fits with your personality. Even if you want to see yourself that way, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. The free condom buckets at every building entrance was emptied every day. Good Lord. That's kind of gross, Adder. Like just thinking about that, that's fucking gross.
Is this the Olympic Village?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah, no worries, Queen Anne. Give me some time. If you don't hear from me this weekend about it, shoot me a DM or something, and then because I'm just worried that I'll get in the same situation again where I forgot for a weekend and then, got to you this week and all that stuff, or last week, whenever it was. What's funny? I'm not a sub, and I think is common for folks who are more submissive or amiable in real life. Bro, I don't know. I don't even want to get into this discourse. It's crazy. I was just trying to tell you that the person that people perceive you as is not the person that you think you are. And there's nothing wrong with the person that you are outwardly, because I think that's a good person and I like that person. That's what I was trying to say. There were several notable news outlets that did a story on it. It was pretty funny. Yeah, I remember that shit. Was that like the Winter Olympics one? Or are we talking about the most recent one? I guess that was Winter Olympics, but yeah, I feel like this was Summer Olympics like 2 years ago or whatever the fuck. All right, cool. I think we are good. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's wrap her up. I was going to say, you guys keep talking about this endless U play test. We're going to have to figure out how we need to do like some dread play tests eventually.
Yes.
It'd be good to start getting some feedback, because I think we're going to hear a lot of like, I don't fucking understand what to do. So
yeah, we can
start getting out ahead of that. But
we need to do a little more, Tony. But yeah,
no, absolutely. It's not ready yet, but like it's just something I hadn't really thought about yet. So we'll get there.
I always imagine that we would just put it up on the Steam Workshop. I know it's not free, but we've got.
Well, I mean, when we get to that point, we're gonna have to get the Steam page together anyway. So that'll be fine. Yeah.
We've got money to do that from these wonderful people. So I feel like we should probably just do it and keep using the workshop, because
it's just more like there was a day when you were out of town where everybody was asking me about the Steam page, and I had just kind of shared my philosophy of like, we kind of maybe launched the Hyperskate one a little too early. Yeah. And we want to make sure that we do this one right, and you kind of only get like one chance to like launch it and do it well. And we know that we need to do it, but we're just waiting until we have like a trailer and the logo is finalized, and all the content that goes on the page can be ready to go. And when it all comes out, like, it'll be really good and it'll look good and it'll have all the stuff that it needs to. And so,
I mean, I don't think it was like bad for Hyperscape, because like we did it because we had that.
And that's what I said. I was like, we had a reason to do it, and we had an opportunity, but it did cause us to just kind of like rush into it. And like, I think we know a lot more now than we did then. So
absolutely. Yeah. And it was a good learning opportunity, and Hyperskate is still going to come out. We already have the Steam page for it. We can update it, make it look better, so yeah, it's good. Speak for yourself, Tony. I personally think about most of this chat in GIMP suits at least twice a week. Shit, dude, that's crazy. I don't even know what.
I don't even know what you're saying, bro. Yeah, what are you talking?
Where are you, Brightside? Do you think I'm Tony again? Do you think I'm Tony? No, it's cool. I'll take my time Sunday over the weekend. Yeah, no sweat, Queen Anne. Most recent Olympics, they reported they ran out. Gross. Not the women, of course. That would be creepy.
I like how you wrote woman, because there's probably only one. But
one woman. Yeah. Playtesting is definitely important. Adder says, my producer didn't show up to our meeting. Motherfuckers playing Peak on Steam.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Fuck that meeting. I mean, I guess that's a win for you, right? Unless that meeting was actually really important. You need to get some shit done. Then I'd be a little irritated. I'd be like, hey, bro, stop playing fucking Peak. Get in this meeting. All right, y'all. We will catch you guys next week. I hope you guys have a good weekend. And yeah. Thank you for coming through and chatting as always. We've been pretty yappy this week, but I don't know. It's been fun. Oh, just the weekly production call? All right, cool. Fuck that. It's end of the week anyway, Yeah, of course. Later, skater, bro. Sweet. I don't think I have anything else. Tony, you got anything?
No, probably got to take it over to Boom now.
Yes. All right. Yeah, let's do it. Bro, I don't have a GIMP outfit. All right, hold on. Let's go raid channel. Let's go find Boom. Oh, Boom's right there. Let's go, Boom. All right, 10 seconds, and then the raid's gonna get fired away into the ether.
See you guys next week.
2, 1. All right, later, y'all. Have a good one.